Oh, there's actually two birds. But no, this is like I adore this game because it's all about just like sneaking up on birds and taking pictures of them. And like they'll land on you, and like there's like actually they have like all of the bird calls here. Let me go and put on like my personal playlist of, let's see, liked playlist, and just a little bit of background music. But no, this yeah, like you can look all over the place. It's definitely like it is in the same vein as web fishing. Oh, hummingbird. I actually haven't gotten this hummingbird. I love hummingbirds, but they are a pain in the ass to fucking get pictures of. Oh, there you are. There's also a woodpecker around here somewhere. There we go. They look at you before leaving, it seems. Oh, come on, G10. Glad I have a sweet bean. Isn't your stream a bit crunchy? Oh, it is. You are correct. Actually, I need to increase the output. It's because I lower the output so that way we can stream Danganronpa 2. There we go. It should be slightly decrispified. But no, hopefully everyone's week's going well. I'm trying to think, like, oh, I scared you off. Dang it. It's going all right for me. I've definitely been hit by chronic insomnia this week, which fucking sucks, but other than that, just like a lot of, you know, the workday shenanigans, and then preparing for the fighting game tournament on Saturday. Week has been interesting, positive. That's good. Also insomnia, but it's fine. Where are you? It's like I hear a bird somewhere. The person has its hand on me. Like I got no rest. Nope. Come here, you. I need good pictures of you. Some birds like will not stand still. And you just kind of like have to make peace with the fact that like you're just gonna have to spam click at some point. I swear like insomnia comes in batches, and I couldn't. Oh. Huh. You need to buy seeds? Oh, you need to buy. That's a good point, actually. Oh, there you are. Finch. Oh, come on, Cork. Glad to have you, sweet bean. But you know, a lot of practicing for the Rivals of Either tournament on Friday. Where'd it go? I hear it still. I see you up there. Oh, it's somewhere around here. You know, like a little bit of a decent amount of practicing for that. Oh, there we go. Well, come on, Casper. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Also, you do get like a ratings, like it's web fishing that like you can buy upgrades for like your camera zoom and all that stuff. You get like ratings kind of in the same vein as like a Pokemon Snap. But yeah. I'm holding up all right, all things considered. It's just one of those like lower energy weeks, I think. You know, chronic insomnia will do that to you. It'll just be like there'll just be days where it's like, okay, cool. I'm glad. There's a woodpecker around here somewhere. Not you. There you are. How's Pathfinder going? It's going alright, all things considered. We are playing the Seasons of Ghost pre-built, and we got through like the first like big chunk of it, where like we saved the town from spooky ghosts. Oh. Bird. So, like, you know, admittedly, we are having, it's my fault because of the tournament on Friday, but, like, I am taking a week off for the tournament, but I feel like I've never done, like, a pre-built campaign before, is the thing. So, like, I kind of I didn't really know what to expect. I definitely heard I like how it's like the deepest sound you hear is from the fucking hummingbirds, which are the smallest little creatures. Oh. I recognize that call. There's yeah, there you are. Red-winged blackbird. These actually are like, I actually have like a couple of these that live near my house. And I can definitely hear them outside. So like when I heard them in the game, I'm like, what the fuck? Oh. One of the furries making big bara. That's a good point. I don't think I've ever seen like a big bara hummingbird. Okay. Don't worry about me. I'm just a little guy. What? Are you making all that noise? Birds are, yeah, birds in general are less common sonas. Which is why I'm always out here trying to start the bird propaganda. You are a very loud little creature. Also, on Tuesday I went to watch a Horse Girls movie. That's Taran Fiddler. He's been doing a series of bird-headed men lately. I have been watching those, and it's definitely been good propaganda. More crows. We need more bird sonas in general, I think. Oh. There's a shiny around here that just spawned. Oh, there you are. I heard birds. Yeah. They have like all of the bird cries too, which I think is like one of the cooler parts. Oh, so yeah, the game does not have fall damage, thankfully. Okay. Listen, these birds aren't going to take pictures of themselves. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, they don't have the area unlocked. I'll get you on drawing a Potu Sona then. I have plenty of stars. Because I've been playing this with a friend where like I was able to unlock things immediately, but... I mean, the birds are doing that because you're taking a picture of the birds. Excuse me, where'd it go? A sorrel? Nice! Congrats on the Borbify. When you get a chance, send over a reference. I'll be happy to turn you into orb. All right, where'd it go? I actually do not know where the... There it is. Another one joins the Borb pile. I need to update the Borb spin to include all the people who have gotten the Borb since like the last time I updated it. Excuse me, where the fuck are you going? Son of a bitch. Is it going to the snow area? What is happening? This shit's circling over the entire fucking map. Like a dick. I can't even see like what it's... Bird is bullying you. If you've ever done that, you'll at least have you at least seen a reference. I have. What are you? It looks like a peregrine? I mean, hopefully it's gonna like actually settle down into here in a bit, so I can get some fucking pictures. Or either that, or they immediately decide to fuck off and like never actually land. I think it might have just fucked off and never landed. Yo, birding is a great experience. True to form. Anyways. Maybe he's just shy. I mean, to be fair, like, you know, this is the known struggle of birding. Is that, like, sometimes, like, they're not exactly known for being easy things to take pictures of. Also, like, I'm surprised how many birds there are constantly lit on the map. Are you for fucking real? The bastard's on my head. I was trying to get pictures of you. I need to, like... Can I take pictures of you here? Do you mind? You called, bitch. It's basically what it feels like. The birds love landing on my head. When I was playing this with friends, it was me and, like, one other person where we were basically, like, the go-to bird, you know. I like, if I move, you're just gonna fly off. And I want you to, like, fly in a way where, like, I can track you. Because I need pictures of you. I'm pretty sure I don't... You're like a hawk of some description? There you are. Oh, never mind. He just disappeared. I love birds. But no, like, this is very... It was a red tail. Oh, a red tail hawk. But no, I do love this game. I actually enjoyed this game a lot more than I enjoyed web fishing. And I very much enjoyed web fishing. So, like, you know, high praise. And it's definitely not at all the bird bias. Definitely. Me being biased to birds. Common grackle. Grackle. Did you get the game? I highly recommend it. Even it's like it is definitely like it's fun alone, but it's even more fun with friends. Boop. Show me your butt. The phrase "show me your butt" actually, I do say that a lot when playing this game. Nope. I probably should have zoomed out a little bit.
What does this
Welcome on in, Star. Glad to have you, sweet bean.
Please, do not push the button. You have no idea what it...
Oh no, not the heavy.
How heavy will vomit down your throat.
I think I'm always amazed by people who, like, can sentence mix with the TF2 lines, because that sounded very natural. Downy woodpecker. But no, like, I think games like this, I'm like, you know, I think we could do more with this. Just, like, casual, like, as much as I like the, like, we need a term for, like, the like, extraction style, like, friend games. You know, like, I enjoy Repo, but I also enjoy games like this, where it's just, like, it's just doing something Starbun intensely regrets pushing the button. There's just something, like, really relaxed, like, you know, doing something relaxing alongside your friends. I'm gonna hopefully work my way up to getting 3 stars of everyone. Have you checked? I actually played Just Crow Things live on stream. Look at that bird. And occasionally you will get some. Hold up. Oh shit. We got a shiny spawn. That's what that sound effect means. Hi, Red Tail Hawk, you little bastard. Okay. We definitely got a shiny spawn. Where is it? At least I think we got it. A shiny common bird. There it is. Well, no, I played Just Crow Things live on stream. I had a lot of fun with that game. It's definitely like it's definitely like more of an like there are certain games that I'm like I would play this, like I play it for the gameplay and I genuinely enjoy that aspect of it. Just Crow Things was definitely like an experience gameplay thing. There you are. No, stop moving. Down! Welcome on in! Oh, God. We're going into a stance. Prepare your bird. Hold up, I'm trying to get the bird. Where'd it go? You did not fly. Okay, there you are. We're currently playing a bird game. Because I'm like, I've fallen in love with this bird game. It's very reminiscent of, if you played web fishing. It's web fishing, but birding. But welcome on in! For those who don't know, I'm StarkyMorph, big chaos growing internet. Variety stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST. Mostly we play indie games. However, the last 2.5 years we've learned some arts. If you'd like to see that, feel free to stick around. Currently, I am playing a game called Flock Around, which is a game where you take pictures of birds, and then you get judged for your bird pictures. Star, welcome on in. Glad to have you, sweet bean. So I'm chatting from OBS. It's, for some reason, my browser has banished me. Do you have 7TV installed? Because 7TV is... Excuse me, where did you go? Oh, there you are. You little bastard. Stop running from me. Walk around and find out. Basically, I do, but 7TV is also in the OBS browser chat. 7TV has some consistency issues I've noticed. If you remove it, it should, like, work. Sometimes, like, I don't know why, but sometimes 7TV will just, like, cause the chat, like, the typing section of the chat window to disappear. I'm not sure if it's, like, I'm not sure if it's, like, a conflict with one of the other, like, you know, Twitch TV add-ons, like Better Twitch TV. But I definitely have had that as... Nope. Okay. That actually, as fucked up as that looked, that might still be a 3-star. So you'll get some weird 3 stars. But no, hopefully you had a good time with Fire Emblem Fates. You were playing that with Sino, right? I just realized, wait, if Sino was Sino there the entire time? Because if so, God, how late is it for Sino? I do, Sino wake up. I add the extension to my browser instead and it worked? Okay. Yeah, I love this 2-star photo of a flying American robin. Isn't it just clearly a you know, a good picture of American robin? Hold up. Let me check to see if I have I definitely saved the photo. I don't know if I definitely saved the photo. But I don't know if I saved it to, like, Steam or not. It looks like I saved it to Steam, unfortunately. Dell captures us from other time zone and forces us to ruin our sleep patterns. It's true. How could you do that, Dell? Actually, you know what? I know exactly. To be fair, that is typical cat behavior. Because I'm silly. Oh, you're just teasing. I'm just teasing. Okay, I'm gonna destroy some Din for sure. Thanks for bringing it over. And hopefully get some good rest after stream. Are you entering the tournament tomorrow? No, I got invited to the one on Saturday. So I'm gonna be there on Saturday. I will not be participating in the junior because but yep, I've done a lot of practice and I did manage to actually get some, like, good coaching. He's on my fucking head again. I'll see you around, Birdman, for sure. Have a wonderful evening. Junior's gonna be fun though, hopefully. Oh, for sure. Because, like, I looked at to see who all was joining the junior, and it was definitely, like, I am glad to see that there's, like, a lot of people who are interested in learning the game. Because as a fighting game, Rivals of Either 2 is super sick. But it's also, like, super technically demanding. So, like, it can be an extremely, you know, getting into it can be a bit of a difficult task, but I'm going to force myself to learn how to play that game so you won't feel bad facing me. I mean, for what it's worth, I actually am, like, I'm not learning how to play down so much as I'm learning how to play with people who are less experienced in a way where, like, when it comes to fighting games, I think I've kind of rewired my brain to realize that, like, the win isn't what matters. What matters is the performance. Like, playing a fighting game is almost like singing or like making a piece of art, where like it doesn't matter if you win or not. The point is to like make something that's worth enjoying. So like playing Commander, kind of, yeah. I think that's a good way of like looking at it, because it also like it kind of, hello, what are you? I needed pictures of you from this front and back. So show me your butt. Show me that. There we go. Thank you. But no, like I think like especially when it comes to like both learning and then playing with different people in fighting games. Trying to learn that mindset myself early on in Rebels Breather is literally the first fighting game I played. Good performance over wins. Welcome on to Zephiel. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. I think that's the thing. It's like, so like, you know, one of the ways that like we gauge boxing skill for people who do boxing is like the number of wins matter much less than the people you win against. Where like, you know, I am able to go even with platinum players, so I consider myself a platinum level player, even if the number doesn't reflect, like my like ranking doesn't reflect that. But like going against people who I know are better than me, I like it's all about like readjusting. Ooh, pretty bird. It's all about like readjusting your expectations to realize that like this person's so much better than me that of course they're gonna win, but I'm gonna take pride in like, hey, I got a stock off them. That's fucking huge. You know, it's like rewiring your brain, because it's different than the way that I think a lot of people like look at games, is because like winning is like such an obvious signifier of like skill level. That like, you know, it ends up being the only metric people know how to judge their improvement by. When a lot of times it's like, the reason I said it's like, you know, improving in fighting games is genuinely a lot like learning art or learning to sing, where like, instead of like, you know, beating yourself up for like the mistakes you made while singing or making a piece of art, look at the areas you've improved. And then especially like, it's a little harder with fighting games because like you don't get to, like you can't directly compare yourself, like your skills now to like your skills before you started learning. And I think that's kind of like where rank can matter, but I think it's also like, you know, the rank system can like kind of give you a rough idea, but it also like isn't like a holistic, you know, understanding of like, oh, I'm this rank, therefore like this is how good I am. It's like, no. Everyone does something a little bit different with fighting games, and I think that's cool. I think fighting games are at their best when everyone's like individual like decision making and play patterns are like super visible. Well, I mean, I got what I wanted from him, so. Oh, I'm on the verge of making two terrible decisions, by the way. What would that be? Starky, Notorious Birdstock, Welcome and Ivan. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Okay. But how you doing? We watch, and we wait for takeoff. Admittedly, with these guys, it's a little bit harder because they don't have the like little bounce animation right before they take off. Biggest fighting game hot take. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good question, actually. I'm not, bad decision one, I installed Pinball FX on my computer. I'm not normal about pinball. I did not know that you were a pinball enjoyer. Fighting game hot takes. I feel like I don't really have, like, any super hot takes in fighting games. Like, I tend to be a pretty conventional, because, like, I grew up on, like, Smash 64. Okay. I think if there is one out, I actually do have, I have a hot take, but it's more about the fighting game community than fighting games in general. the fighting game community has has a really, really bad habit of like inviting / welcoming people who are good players but shitty people. Like, I feel like every fighting game community has like that one guy who's like super talented but also like a deeply awful person who makes the scene worse for everyone else. And I feel like those kinds of people need to be like probably policed and yeeted more aggressively. Welcome on a Slow Panic. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. So bad social accountability? Yeah. My go-to example is Leffen, who is such a giant asshole that he literally got someone to kill himself. Like, Leffen's a piece of shit. Mine is Melee is massively overrated. I like Melee. I don't... To some degree, I kind of agree insofar as that, like, with other games on the market that do stuff that Melee does, but better, I don't know why Melee continues to be, like, the go-to. And I think some amount of it is, like, the sunk... It's like, the amount of, like, you know... Hello? There you are. But no, like... I think some amount of it is just, like, the sheer, like, you know, momentum behind Melee. Sunk cost fallacy. It's not even sunk cost fallacy, because, like, there are genuinely cool things about, like, Melee being as long-lived as it is. So, like, Melee being as long-lived as it is, Melee has gone on for so long that, like, the entire tier list has functionally, like... The first tier list of Melee is completely unrecognizable from where it is right now. I think, like, that's a cool thing about a long-lived fighting game that people are still playing. I think my biggest issue with Melee is just the way in which it is kind of this, like, black hole, where it feels like the Melee community doesn't really, like, support or, like, branch out into other games. Like, I feel like if the Melee community was, like, super encouraging of people picking up Rivals of Aether, it would be in a much better place. Because, like, they have unique appeals. I think both games can succeed, but because people are so, like... They're so focused on Melee as, like, a game. Like, so like, laser-focused on it that everything else around it kind of, you know... It kind of, like, ends up, like, you know, soaking up all the attention. Melee is the millennial version of the Marvel vs. Capcom 2. You're not wrong, actually. But no, I think Melee is genuinely sick. Like, that's the thing. It's like, Melee has lived as long as it has because it is super cool. I just wish the community wasn't so fucking insulated. Northern Flicker. Oh shit, there's another bird in the background. I didn't even notice. That's the cool thing about birds, is like some birds are just like really obvious, and some birds are like little hiders, because I didn't even notice this guy up here. But yeah, no, I think like my biggest frustration with Melee is I wish that they would, you know, branch out and like support other, you know, other things in kind of the same vein. Because it's like a, you know, rising tide brings up all ships or whatever. I don't remember how that saying goes, but it, like, you know, rising tide sniffs all pits. I can't imagine that that's how that goes. Not that I'm judging, right? Son of a bitch. Not that I'm judging or anything. Bad decision 2, watching Ambi play Silksong is making me want to pick up Rayman Legends and Origins and Legends again. I mean, those games are like... I've not played Rayman Origins or Legends. I kind of want to, though, at some point. Welcome on, Ocean. I'm glad to have you, Sweet Bean. But no, I'm a big, you know... I'm a big proponent in general of, like, fighting game inclusivity. Even if I, you know... Call me a pit fiend, but not the demon. Not, you know what? Fair enough. I respect it. Listen, sometimes you just gotta appreciate it. You gotta appreciate the masculinity. Excuse me. What the fuck was I? This is a 1-star? Perfectly centered, perfect pose. Could be bigger and fuck out of here. Fuck out of here with that shit. But yeah, I really want to buy them for you. I know that they are multiplayer, but also I can't imagine. Listen. I grew up on the multiplayer Super Mario game, so or like the multiplayer new Super Mario for the Wii. So like I know how bad multiplayer platformers can get. Two of my absolute favorite platformers, wonderful soundtracks and visuals. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I assume I have to unlock you as well. But no, I'm definitely excited to play on Saturday. I still need to do like a little bit more practicing because I haven't had a chance. Like I'm trying to avoid overworking my thumb. Okay, perfect timing. I'm like trying to avoid like, you know, fucking up my thumb in advance of the tournament. There I am. There was time for me later. Okay, so it's something over here. Oh, it's a goose. I don't have a shiny goose yet. Starky to Starky communication. I mean, honestly, I think like if I was able to have downtime, I genuinely think I would I would love to take on birding as like a downtime activity. Multiple Starkies of fantasy come true. Alrighty, what do we got? It's a Canada goose. I do know that these guys end up taking, like, when they take off, they got big wings, so... You get the 3-star flying from you. Hello. Nope, not quiet. But no, I think honestly, I think like one of the things with fighting games that does make it hard is that like it's not there are it can be difficult to figure out what you're doing wrong at times, which I think is like why in order to get like properly like super good at a fighting game, you need to be part of the community. But also like the community can be kind of off-putting at times. So like, you know, if you want to pick up fighting games though, like you will be able to find friends who can help you like, you know, improve. Although improving is its own kind of curse. If you get really good at like Smash Brothers, it becomes like way more nonsense to play it with like one or two of your friends casually. Because you just end up kicking their ass. Do a diss track on that fuck-ass bird streamer named StarkyMorph, that cool StarkyMorph. How am I supposed to do a diss track on myself? I mean, I could definitely... That's why you just choose random characters. That's fair. For me, it just got boring. That's fair as well. I think, like, when it becomes boring, it's a sign that, like, you need to probably, like, seek out, like, means to improve further. Oh, that was a weird layering issue. I've never seen that happen before. I connected with some people that, when I picked up stuff last year. I think the big thing is it's just, like, you know, it's like trying to figure out, like, ways to find players that aren't, you know, that are gonna be, like... Because it is one of those things where it's, like, you know, there's a bit of a reputation for, like, salt in the fighting game community. And I would be lying if I said that it isn't kind of earned. Did they add that bear guy back in Rivals 2? I'm not buying it until he's in. Yeah, Idolus is back in. He's pretty okay. He's not like amazing or anything. I put him probably like mid to low tier. Are you flocking around, honey? Welcome on in, Dale. It's gotta be sweeping. Also, Zeph, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I've got the brain power for the self distract. So you might want to refund yourself on that. Fly! I need to fly, you fool! I was thinking of shouting at Delos. How you doing? How you doing, you big sussy cat? Big sussy car. Okay, I need internet explanation. Why do some people say like oh it's a cat, but then they replace the T with an R? All right, that took like way longer than I hoped it would. All right, because the internet likes to do that. That's fair. I guess it's kind of like the same vein as EP as like a concept. What are you? American Coot? T and R next to each other on the keyboard. I'm good just being sus on my own time. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing all right. Currently recovering from a couple of nights of consecutive insomnia, so. I found myself really helpful that people taught me the lingo notation. I will say, if you're looking to pick up fighting games in general, you are functionally going to have to learn a second language. Like some of the shit that fighting game players will say unironically is like, oh yeah, no, he was going for the tomahawk and then I DP'd him. It's like, okay, for someone who's not you know, aware of fighting game lingo, that sounds like fucking nonsense. But it's actually like a relative, or like, I guess because like DP is a more traditional, it's a versus fighting game term. So it would be the equivalent of like, yeah, they were going for the empty hop grab, but I DP'd them. Is like, what the fuck does that mean? And the reason that, like, it's because fighting games have been around for so long and are so specific that they developed this, like, you know what, you gotta know what DP, OTG, and Oki are? Yeah, those are the big ones for traditional fighters. DP? Listen, I did not realize that people like shortened double penetration to DP until I got into a full-on argument with one of my friends where I was like, I mentioned that the term DP, like playing a fighting game, and he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, or no, it was, we were talking about it, and then I was like, yeah, DP, and he's like, what, Starky, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, it's a fighting game term. And he's like, no, it isn't. And then I had to pull up like the fucking fighting game dictionary and be like, yeah, it's short for Dragon Punch. Welcome on, Big O. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. And then there are certain things where like there's overlap. Like there'll be a term that like exists in different fighting games. Does he know? Like what is it? DI, depending on the game you play, is either directional influence or drive impact. But it gets like DI is like, it's a central mechanic in both games where it shows up. So sometimes my wires get crossed, and they're talking about like, I'm like listening to someone play like fucking Street Fighter, and they're like, oh yeah, good DI, and I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking about, DI? There's no DI. Oh, that's right, drive impact. Dragon Punch does not make it less sus. Dragon Punch. Listen, sometimes you gotta wake up Dragon Punch just to let them know that they can't get away with their bullshit. Like, you take a Dragon Punch, yeah, Ivan? Give me a shout for Ivan as well, and also one for Big O Luxray. Also, the fucking, like it is like one of my fighting game gripes, where the fighting game players will reinvent the same fucking term, but for like a slightly different context. Like, I have not run into this, but apparently reverse beat is a fucking term that some people will use, which fucking annoys the shit out of me, because it's just a combo. It's just a combo, but it's a combo where you're going from heavy to light. What do you mean you gotta have its own goddamn term for that? This shit's incomprehensible enough as it is. You don't need to make it worse. I think I think reverse speed is very specific, like Blaze Blue? Cross tag? It's one of those ones. It's one of the anime fighters that I've never touched. We got another one. A shiny uncommon bird. There you are. That sounds like a French bread mechanic. Okay. But no, it's like, and then it's like, you know, there's a reason that like the fighting game glossary is actually like a real thing. The fighting game glossary is basically fighting game Urban Dictionary. It's very real and deeply useful. Because there'll be certain things where there's like a very similar, like an attack that is meaty versus an attack that hits meaty. And these are like two very distinct like concepts that can overlap but don't always. Me when Korean backdash and Mexican uppercut enter the chat. I've heard of the Korean backdash, but I've never heard the Mexican uppercut. Are those real? The Korean backdash is definitely real. I've never heard the term Mexican uppercut though. That's a new one for me. Korean backdash is very specifically Tekken. So like, if you're not in the Tekken community, it's very rare that you would even run into that one authentically. That having said, it is like the central mechanic of Tekken. Like Tekken's entire thing is its movement. I don't know what media is either. It's okay. I mean, I can try to explain it. Because like for me, I've always heard it in context of hitting something meaty. But I think if my understanding is correct, a meaty is an attack that has like a really, really big frame advantage. So if they block, you get to like do kind of whatever you want while they're stuck in block. An attack it is. Wait, you play Tekken and you've never heard Korean backdash? That's so funny. And I think that, to be fair, that is a thing that like it's what's the term for it? It's not Dunning-Kruger. It's the opposite, where like people who are like really experienced and knowledgeable on a subject will vastly overestimate people, like other people's, like the layperson's knowledge. It's like, oh yeah, you know, people like, you know, electrical engineers would be like, yeah, you know, most people, most people don't know a lot about electricity. You know, they probably only know about like 3-phase power, and even that's like a massive like, no, normal people don't know what the fuck you're talking about with 3-phase power. Starky, what are some franchises you would love to get Fighter Z treatment? Mine is One Piece and then Poke/Digimon. Me being a not fighting game player makes me feel like I've entered a 90s cartoon. I mean, yeah. Listen, there are certain terms that in fighting games that like I can't think of one off the top of my head, but there are some that are like without context sound incredibly like, ew, did people really use that? People really use that term? Ugh. If I had to think of like one franchise, the white woman sweep is actually so real. The first time I got introduced to that concept, I laughed so hard I started crying. I think it, like, in terms of, so I'm gonna limit myself to and say like I would only choose, like, I'm not gonna choose another video game franchise to get like a Fighter Z treatment. I think One Piece would be like a really good Fighter Z style thing where like they took the characters and turned them into into a versus fighter. Like that would be sick. I would play the shit out of that. I don't know that I like any other franchise enough where I'd be like, yeah, this would be super cool if it existed. Honestly, maybe Black Clover, just because of how creative like the movesets could be in that game. I've only seen a combo videos for my character and some beginner guides, and I have one friend I regularly play in Tekken. That's fair. And they have, oh yeah, I forgot the term happy birthday. Where you fuck up so hard that your opponent gets a free gift. That you're giving them a birthday gift. Welcome on in, Bella. It's gonna be a sweet bean. Another hot take, speedrunning has more fun names for stuff like Wacko, Boingo, and some... Can I link something? Go for it. You're so base, Starky. Great answer. Because I think in my mind, I'm like... The glossary... What is this? This is the fighting game glossary. The sweep, yeah. It's Starky's birthday. It's not my birthday. For any curious... Yeah, if you're curious about fighting game terms... Honestly, like, if you're curious about the fighting game, like, culture in general... Like, take a look at the FGC, like, glossary... And you'll read some fucking wild shit. You'll be like, why the fuck is it called this? And, like, it won't provide an answer. Happy birthday, Starky. Where's our cake? I'm not allowed... This is why I can't play Skullgirls on stream. This is why I can never play Skullgirls on stream. Because happy birthdays are very common in Skullgirls. Here it is. I swear to Christ. Hold up, let me skip this real quick. Thank you for the hydrate. Welcome on a Magic Guy. Glad to be sweeping. Bill's big thrill from Half-Life 2. Speedrunning, etc. What's the, I know that there's like some Half-Life 2 thing with, like, the crate skip. And, like, it doesn't, it's not even a thing that exists. It's just a meme from, like, the Half-Life community. All right. But no, like, because, like, it's funny that I actually felt more comfortable becoming a furry before becoming a fighting game player. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. I was more scared of being an active proponent of the fighting game community than being a furry. Because of what the community looks like from the outside. Oh, there's a lot of skips using crates. Like, the fighting, you know, so valid. Well, one is embarrassing to admit. I think, like, it's contextual. Like, if I'm going to, like, you know... Actually, I don't know which one I'd be like my first interaction with someone, I have to either tell them I'm a furry or a fighting game player. I think it depends. If they look like a you know, like a Discord moderator, I think I would rather tell them I'm a furry than a fighting game player. It's always embarrassing to admit you're a fighting game player. Admitting you play Rivals of Either is admitting both, though. That's fair. I just want them to. I want them to react my boy. I want Molo and my fucked up, like, setups. Give them to me. What are you? Do I have you? I do. Don't tell me we're a fighting game player. I would run away in disgust. Long-tailed duck. Duck. But no. There's a lot of times, like, I'm like, you know. You know. I didn't even find out where the other fucking bird went. There you are. Starky, I think I knew you were a fighting game player before you were a furry. I mean, that's fair. Because it's one of those. So it's one of those things of, like it's entirely contextual. It's like if I'm going to, like, you know, like a fighting game convention, like I'm not gonna, like, you know, it's like more socially acceptable to be a fighting game player, but I still feel like I feel like there's, like, more downside. Like the potential for something bad to happen is higher for admitting you're a fighting game player than admitting you're a furry. Mostly from people, like, you know, using it as an ego thing. I hate it when the birds can just chill out here in a way where I'm not allowed to get good pictures of them. What's this fucking rubber chicken ass bird call? Is that you? Long-tailed duck, are you the rubber chicken? Duck? Stop going away from me. Duck. I get like so into, I get like super like focused in because I'm like I want to get good pictures of the birds. I want to make sure that they're looking all pretty. You know? I want to do my fellow. Hi. How's it going? So you just like to watch? I mean, to some degree, that is the crux of birding, isn't it? Is, like, you know, amazing. To be fair, like, it is great playing this game with friends because you can watch the birds, like, land on other people. Is it better to tell furries that you're a fighting game player or to tell fighting game players that you're a furry? Absolutely better to tell furries that you're a fighting game player. That is absolutely better. Because I feel like if you told the average fighting game player that you're a furry, you're either gonna get the you're gonna get the inevitable Sonic Fox joke, or you're gonna get the ew a furry. Also, we're about to run our first set of 3-minute ads. We run this every hour to turn off pre-rolls, but people don't have to deal with the ads as soon as they join the stream. Feel free to go grab a snack or have some hydration. We'll be here when you come back. From everything I understand, fighting game players are judgmental. So fighting games fundamentally put people... It is a heightened emotional state because fighting games require a lot of, like, dedication, time, and attention. So, like, I'm not going to act like I don't know where the fighting game salt can come from. But fighting game players definitely have a... Okay. Sure. It's like League of Legends. Yeah. I think approaching the average fighting game player in the same way you'd approach, like, a League of Legends player with, like don't like immediately assume shit, but like approach them with caution. I think it's probably the fairest way to approach those individuals. You think furries are less judgmental? Hi, you must be new here. I'm not saying furries aren't judgmental. I'm saying that they are less judgmental than the fighting game community can be. Because Jesus fucking Christ. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. If I became a fighting game player, would I be doubling it down? A little bit. You are kind of stacking like social debuffs at that point. I can't like say anything because I play Magic the Gathering, but you know. Nerd. But do the debuff stack? I think so. Well, okay, they stack up to a certain point. Like, if you told me you're like a professional fighting game player, but then also play like League of Legends on the side, like you only play ARAM like as a casual like cooldown thing, I think at that point, like it doesn't stack because one clearly supersedes the other. But I feel like, you know, I feel like if you're like, oh yeah, I'm like, you know, challenger in League of Legends, and also like I was, you know, top 32 Evo for Street Fighter 6. I'm like, at that point, yeah, you're kind of stacking. All of this is meant in jest, by the way. If this somehow breaks containment and the fighting game community comes for me, please know that I am strictly joking. Welcome on in, Lizard. What up, you sweet being? Can we shout out for Happy Lizard? Ginormous Lizard Raid. But no, for those who don't know, I'm StarkyMorph, Big Chaos Growing Internet, where I stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Mostly we play indie games. We're currently playing a game called Flock Around, which is, it's like web fishing, but if web fishing was about birds instead of fishing. Welcome on Marms. Welcome on Chaos. Good to have you, Sweet Beans. What were you up to? You're playing Hat in Time? I love that game. I need to go back and, like, actually wait, I think I finished Hat in Time. I think I was going for the 100%, and then I got to the point where you had to do the contracts, and I was like, this sucks. But the main game itself is great. I'm not committing slander. I'm just acknowledging that I am invoking the fighting game community, which, you know, it is a dangerous proposition at times. But no, how was it? Wait, please tell me. Mother, why aren't you connected to OBS? Okay. Hey, your stream was fun. We just 100% the base game and just started the DLC with the cruise ship. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna crash out. Hold up, let me check real quick. Web soccer, what? Show connection information. Yes. Why does it change sometimes? Why does my WebSocket information just change? I'm gonna crash out. Hope you're doing well and the game's been fun. I adore this game. I could genuinely play this game for hours. Is a Hat in Time one to put on the list, Starky? I've already played it. Honestly, so I was thinking of a game that I think would be kind of interesting to play on stream. Although I don't know how I would really do it. I was kind of considering playing Lobotomy Corporation, because that game is hard as fuck. The game is it actively cheats you at every opportunity. Sorry, I break. No, you're fine, Arms. I'm sorry shit breaks when you use it. Beak Lobotomy? Yes, Beak Lobotomy Corporation. There's a shiny that spawned. I feel like sometimes the shinies spawn and then just, like, despawn. But I think it's primarily just a skill issue. Sorry to rain around, but I gotta take care of some stuff to be here looking out. For sure! No, I completely understand. You know, a lot of times when I raid out, oh, there it is. A lot of times when I raid out, I'm like, I gotta like handle stuff. So I completely understand. But thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you have a wonderful evening and hopefully get some good rest in. Best wishes and I hope you'll continue to have a chill stream, my friend, for sure. If you're not following, go give the Heavy Lizard a follow. Big round lizard friend. Very, very sweet. Highly recommend him. All right, where's the shiny? I saw it around here somewhere. Don't tell me you're on top of the mountain. Oh, no, there you are. What do we got? A yellow-rumped warbler. I need to probably start stocking up on seeds. That way I can get better pictures. Son of a... You're a bastard. You know that? Bird struggles to photo bird. I mean, listen, have you seen these birds? They're little brats. They don't want to get their picture taken. Like, they can't hold still for like 30 seconds. Welcome on, Balderina, though. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. There we go. That's good stuff. Pretty bird. Pretty bird. Why does the bird sound like a Hypno Ray or Doofenshmirtz? It's because he's shiny. The shiny sound effect is so that way you don't miss it. Because it is really easy, actually, to, like, lose track of a bird. Because of, like, how quickly some of them will dart around. Take pictures of birds, that's good stuff. I actually cannot recommend this enough. If you want to get, like, a cat, like, if you enjoyed web fishing, I think you will absolutely adore this game as well. Some of these birds are so fucking active. Also, hi, Starky. But no, Listen, I'm not saying you should forfeit all mortal possessions to the birds and suffer from their hypno ray. But I'm also not gonna say that birds are the worst option to be hypnotized by. Don't you take pictures of me, Marms? You only say it because you get a cut of the mortal possessions. No. Hey, look at this bird that holds up bird that's shiny. Speaking of birds, Pokemon and Corvic, let me see. We think the hydrate. And look at this Burbograph. Pokemon and Pseudo, glad I have you as well. Yes, one of my favorite final boss. Genuinely, this final boss theme I think is like one of the best final boss themes in all of video games. And I'm not saying that because it's you know, from Bowser's Inside Story. This theme slaps. It is entirely incidental that Bowser's Inside Story was both my gay and furry awakening. I mean, I do agree though. My mom did not know when she bought me that game that it would fundamentally rearrange my brain chemistry. This Serpent Eating the Horizon and Greatest Jubilee are peak to me. Do YouTube songs work? I'm currently using my personal playlist just because I'm like, you know... Was Bowser's Inside Story your Vor Awakening? No. I will say it was the first time I it was the first time I'd ever accidentally stumbled. Like, people are like, you know, people's stories of like finding porn as a kid are so innocent. I just got unlucky. I just got genuinely unlucky. Because I've heard stories about like, yeah, you know, I liked peas and corn as a kid, so I was like, I wonder if there's a vegetable that's... Hi. Hi, me. Macro and Scale Awakening. Macro, Scale Awakening, Belly Awakening. Epic Bird. Where? Sturkyception. But no, like, so I heard a story about someone was like, yeah, I like peas and corn, so I looked up to see if there was like a combo, like if they crossbred the vegetables together. So I looked up porn, and I'm like, no, my unfortunate incident of discovering that porn exists was I looked up the phrase Bowser chubby, and I straight up saw his huge schlong, which in retrospect really fucking funny. Cause like I'm like, yeah, I can understand. I understand where, you know, I can understand where the... Please, do not tell me you're at the fucking... To be fair, you were already looking up Bowser Chubby. Yeah, I probably would have found it anyways. Starky went looking for gold and found diamonds that day. You again? Well, I do need you flying. How the fuck are you an epic? I've seen you so many times. Not exactly earning that title. Well, So yeah, reasonably, I was probably gonna discover that porn existed anyways, but it was funny that like I was like, it is a relatively innocuous phrase. That it's just like, well. Actually, you know, climbing trees might be the meta in this game. It might be worth climbing trees more. Because they tend to... You always come away from that new game with the least 2 new kinks. Oh yeah, it really is wild how kink-coded Bowser's Inside Story is. You got like vor, inflation, weight gain, macro, scaly. There's definitely references to sweat in the game. Like in, you know, air and water inflation. There's multiple. There's the fact that there's a weight gain cutscene and then a weight gain attack is fucking bonkers. Bowser's kinky story, honestly, yeah. Like, you know, that's not even necessarily an overstatement, I think. To just be like, yeah, this game is just giga kink coded. Bowser's very horny weak. Honestly, the main thing I walked away from was that Bowser's a silly goober who deserves all the love. Oh yeah, no, for sure. There's a reason Bowser is my favorite Mario character. And I ship the fuck out of Bowser Luigi. I want the tall Italian man to share his mustache with Bowser. That might be like the most like obliquely horny thing I think I said some horny shit on stream, but like that's horny in an oblique way. It's like I think that deserves a little recognition. I just want them to hold hands and have a picnic. I mean, to be fair, it's not like Nintendo is necessarily like Nintendo is aware of the shipping between Luigi and Bowser, from my understanding, because the interactions between Luigi. I've not seen the Mario movies, but I am aware that apparently the interactions between the two is very, very sexually charged. Sergey, never knew you were a fellow Fire Emblem enjoyer. It was nice talking to you about it. For sure, I love Fire Emblem. Admittedly, I haven't. I think starting at like playing Radiant Dawn as my first one kind of broke me as like a Fire Emblem enjoyer, because now I'm like. I feel like I haven't had anything that scratched that same itch. I'm playing Fire Emblem right now. I will say, if they add one bird species, actually I want them to add 2. I want them to add the Awebo bird, and I want them to add the Japanese snow fairy. I love the Japanese snow fairy. It's the most Borb bird of all time. And I love it so dearly. Starkey really only hated Fire Emblem because Engage was put on a brutal situation. I feel very, very bad about the writer for Engage. But also, the writing in Engage is genuinely insufferable. Which is a shame, because in my mind, like... The writing in Fire Emblem games, like, up into Engage, was pretty solid. Admittedly, like, you know, Fates has its issues, but, like, Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn, Awakening are all extremely well written. I want Potus, Penguins, Emus, Kiwis, and Cardinals. A shiny common bird. Engage gameplay-wise was fire. I didn't even find it that fulfilling gameplay-wise, personally. And I think in part because like the Like, the shit writing infests the gameplay as well. There's definitely a clip of me being like, oh, hey, look, it's the breakable wall, right before I get hit by a fucking tutorial about how the wall is breakable. It's like the writing is so bad, it genuinely becomes fucking inescapable in that game. I want them to add the tufted tit tyrant. Cersei's instructions were clear. No matter what we hear, full speed ahead. I feel like they didn't have someone to bounce off of, stuff off of, so they were kind of just doing whatever. It's because the writer had to write basically every character single-handedly, from my understanding. It was like they had one writer to write every single bit of story, character interaction, like including the character interactions, which are like no small feat by themselves. It's like she was just not like the main writer was just simply not given the resources that she needed to produce a enjoyable story. Which is why it's like, but like, for me, it's like so offensive that it like, because it's like, the villains of Engage are so deeply incompetent that I can't genuinely feel like there's anything compelling about the gameplay, because I'm like, instead of being like, oh, this is a fun challenge, my brain's like, where the fuck do they keep getting these units from? Like, these idiots are so fucking mass, like, they have so much more resources than us, despite being a single country in a world where there's 4 of them and then a divine capital. How the fuck do they have all these resources? Or to quail? There's a quail. I think the quail is around here somewhere. There you are. Engage's story was tough to power through. I actually got so mad at the story. I'm glad learning how Engage ended made me genuinely glad I didn't finish it. Because the idea of powering through a couple more challenges just to be rewarded with the, oh, you were the Fire Emblem the whole time, genuinely would have pissed me off to the point where I think I would have fucking broken my Switch. It is an unforgivable bit of writing. That is entirely, also, like, when I say unforgivable, I mean it's the manager's fault. Like, it is not the writer's fault. She was not given the tools to make anything good. It is 100% management's fault for fucking that one up. Welcome on, Kronos. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I love Three Houses so much, Engage was a slap across the face. Because it's like, I think if you... Like, I don't like the writing in Fates, but at least I can understand what they were going for and what the appeal was. I cannot for the life of me imagine a single person who would look at the story and Engage and think it's acceptable, let alone... it's acceptable, let alone, like, fucking, you know, good. I'll always love you. I'll stay in your heart. I definitely have cried to this song before. Really hope Fortune's Weave returns to that approach. I'm not buying a Switch 2 just for Fortune's Weave, unfortunately. You'll have to tell me how good it is. I think I'd rather just, like, you know... I stopped watching a streamer because of that exact option, that exact opinion. Wait, what exact opinion? That like, oh, wait, you were watching someone who was genuinely like, oh yeah, the story of Engage is good. That exists? Holy shit. I was constructing a straw man. I was like, this person can't exist. And no. He compared how great Engage's writing was to how shit Bayonetta 3's was. Okay. Bayonetta 3 is something of a controversial story because of how it ends. I understand that. The writing of Bayonetta 3 is objectively so much better than engage. That like that's yeah. I think I would also be like no, like that's a personality red flag. Like that's like oh no. There's like some underlying. There's some like you've got some stuff to work through, huh? Don't you? Oh, come on, Zed's gonna be a sweet bean. Bayonetta 3 was the biggest slap in the face writing-wise all throughout. I enjoyed Bayonetta 3's writing and structure until the ending. Which, like, I know at least one person here is a Bayonetta fan and has not yet played Bayonetta 3, so, you know, no spoilers. The entire thing is very much the classic Bayo 3, like, Bayonetta, like, anarchic chaos. I read the plot, remember? Okay. Yeah, like, the entire the entire story is classic, like, Bayonetta anarchic nonsense. My big issue is with the ending, where it feels like Bayonetta went out kind of for no other reason than plot convenience. It doesn't... Bayonetta getting killed at the end doesn't feel earned or satisfying in any way. They made literally every Bayo incompetent and annoyed me. It's more like every Bayonetta was, like, busy doing their own thing. It's one of those things where it's like every Bayonetta was so busy doing their own thing that, like, when chaos strikes, they don't have the, like, resources to handle it. This streamer sounds like they would have read Princess Teresa and love it. She what? And I don't care about the spoiler. But no, I can very much understand where you're coming from. Where like a lot of it like feels unearned in comparison to like what we've been given up until this point. I need you to start flying. Fly for me. Fly, you fool! They do straight wash and then a tragic ending. Yeah, it's kind of a 1-2 punch of what the fuck are you talking about? You know? It felt very bury your gaze. It literally is like as bury your gaze as bury your gaze gets, which is extremely disappointing. Especially considering, like, I don't know that her primary audience is the queer community. I don't know her primary intended audience is the queer community. Hi, buddy. Son of a bitch. Okay, you're gonna need to get off. But like, I with how undeniably like queer associated Bayonetta is, it feels genuinely kind of disrespectful to like to straight wash her and then kill her off. Okay, somewhere over here. But it's like, I don't know. They were desperate to copy the DMC5 plot-wise. That was the one thing is like, I heard a lot of people talk about like how Violet is very DMC coded in terms of her gameplay. I've never played a DMC game, so I was unfamiliar with it, and I definitely don't enjoy Violet's gameplay. Like, I definitely enjoyed her a lot less than I enjoyed playing Bayonetta. Her segments end up feeling like kind of just blech. I've only played the one everyone hated. People love Bayonetta 1, but Bayonetta 1 also undeniably has problems. You know, I think it would be churlish. It would be like no DMC. Oh, you played the remake, didn't you? Where they recast Dante Devil May Cry as a whiny teenager. Yeah, no, people were not happy about that one. I'm still worn out from waking up too early. Then gonna pick up my grandma's medication like a good grandson. Hell yeah. Familial obligations. My favorite. I don't know, at this point people pointed out, at this point people moved on from hating DMC. DMC 2 will always be the worst one. Yep, I really enjoyed it, but I get why people didn't like it. Combat was super fun. I probably should give a DMC game a try. Especially because, like, I genuinely do enjoy Bayonetta's gameplay. I need to show me your... There we go. I got my ankles broken by the bird flying in a way that I wasn't expecting it to. You're still here? He was like, well, you lost me, so... Hello, bird that smells like wet dog that smells like bird that smells like wet dog. Oh, come on in, Graham. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. How you doing? Can we show for Grim? I won 4 DMC games from giveaways and then brought the last one on sale for $7.50. Only game I'm missing is the bad one. Do not. I mean, you might be saved by my mods, but that means that I get the honors of cause disobey the bird unionize mods. It's fine. I can do it all by myself. Well, yeah. What mods? Good question. Never heard of them. This little bastard refused to fly for me. Modant. You foul blue-crested butt crack. But how are you doing, Gweem? I blame Zeph. Sorry, I had to stretch real quick. We're currently looking at birds. Gosh, birds are cool. I just got out of the shower. A dog de-stinkied. Or I guess to be fair, that explains the wet dog smell that you mentioned. I do love when stuff like that happens. We're almost to the last level of magnification. We're like... Oh, we're so close. We're like 300 off. Is there me or can I, is it me or, can I type on the Twitch browser? American Coot. I swear to God, there's like, is me or I can't type on the Twitch browser. If you have 7TV installed, it might be because of that. So, I like 7TV, but it definitely has some like genuine bug testing issues. Where like it'll just break sometimes. A shiny epic bird. Where is it? Where is it? Hold up. I gotta get to a vantage point real quick. You can probably fix it by uninstalling 7TV, unfortunately. $800 for scrapbook page. I didn't think taking photos of birds was an expensive hobby. I mean, in this world, you get paid for taking photos of birds, so like I would take that trade any day, honestly. Where are you? I'm not seeing it. Well, come on, Camco. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Don't need to uninstall 7TV, you just need to disable it. Okay. That would probably fix it then. I'll go check the ice area. To be fair, this is a camera. It's probably expensive as fuck. It depends on the, like, yeah, cameras are incredibly expensive. I love how in the midst, like, Folding Ideas videos are great because they'll simultaneously, like, it's an extremely eloquent person talking about the dumbest shit you've ever heard, but you also walk away from it with like a whole bunch of new information, like the learning about the Alexa 255 camera which is so expensive that it's rental only, and you can only find the cost of it if you fucking break it. The only way to learn the cost of this camera is to break it and then be forced to replace it. That's fucking haunting. Oh, there you are. A Bullock's Oriole. I want a good picture of you. Show me your butt. Show me your butt. Show me your butt. Thank you. But no, like cameras are like giga expensive. Are you really gonna fly between the fucking like, dude? Honestly, kind of rude. It'd be funny if the game had a microphone feature and the birds reacted to it. The game actually does have in-game voice, in-game chat. Like I assume in-game voice chat, and the birds probably can hear you. Which, like, is nice, but also kind of defeats the purpose of playing this with friends, because it means you probably don't want to go talking. But you can buy, like, seeds, you can buy, like, seeds, bird whistles, you know, various camera stuff. I think I have enough where I should be able to get the, Son of a... That motherfucker. Whistles cosmetics. Oh yeah, you can get cosmetics in this game. Hold up. This is myself. This is what I look like in the game. I tried to recreate myself, but it I tried to recreate my son, but it's not quite, you know. Oh yeah, because there's like little animations for you speaking, so there definitely is voice chat. The founder pack gives you a tux. Honestly, like, I really hope they continue to add stuff to this game. Because I genuinely, like, adore it. And I think it would be relatively easy for them to add new birds. Because, like, there's so many birds that... You're a bitch. I hate you. Look at you. Look at you. You look at your fucking... this bird-ass bird. No, okay, I guess don't look at me. They already added 5 this month? They did? I hope they add Starky as a raid boss. What do you know? Reveal your secrets to me. I need both... the bird looks phallic. A little bit. That's just swans, though. Swans are always a little bit like, or I guess to be fair, it's a trumpeter. Where are you? Trumpeter swan, yeah. So it's definitely vaguely phallic. Son of a bitch. You're a little dick, you know that? Little asshole. No thought behind those eyes? Nope. Not a single functioning brain cell in that trumpeter swan. I feel bad whenever I'm forced to move. I like letting the birds just hang out on me. Where I'm just like, you know, it's like a little special experience. It'd be like, well, the bird trusts me enough to land on my head. Like the birds, yeah, the fact that the birds can land on the player is actually a special little, like, you know, a special little thing. Okay, that should be at least a 3-star flying. I need you to fly. Do slow takeoff. Don't fucking immediately... Son of a... Bird's just so stupid, man. What the fuck is this? What are you doing? How are you two-dimensional? Just explain yourself. Explain. No, I lack of brain cells in third. Yeah, the lack of brain cells comes with the fundamental like lacking of the third dimension. I fucked it up. They should make it April Fool's where one of the large birds I hear harpy hair. Yeah, this is my personal playlist of songs that I vaguely enjoy. So it ends up being a bit of an eclectic mix. Because I like crunchy music, I think is like one thing. I'm one of those motherfuckers that genuinely enjoys jazz. I love that they made every bird look so... You can't! Like, every, like, birds just look stupid. I love them so much. Birds are incredibly smart creatures. They also look dumb as fuck. And, like, I think that's part of the appeal. Like, this guy could probably, like, do my taxes better than I can. But he just looks... He looks befuddled at all times. Alright, that's the Bollocks Oriole, 100%ed. Okay, that one's getting saved. Look, it's just... it's just so dumb. Oh my god, look at it. It's zooting. There's a fucking, like, there's a VR chat model that's just a fucking, it's just a goose head, and it's like a fucking snake. Like, it's just the goose head, and, like, it just extends into a tube backwards infinitely. Welcome on in, Doodle Den. Can we show up at the Doodle Den? Welcome on, Galvin. How you doing, you sweet bean? But, like, that picture reminds me absolutely of that. How you doing, though? We are vibing, we are bird pilled, we are bird picturing. I'm really good at getting flying pictures of this bird specifically. Even though I don't need them. I'm doodling? Hell yeah. Hopefully that's going well. I definitely... I forgot I took this picture. This was the trumpeter swan that was literally like on my feet, and I zoomed all the way in. 10 out of 10 experience. Oh yeah, I love this. This is a good 3-star. Definitely, you don't need to see the rest of the bird. It's fine, don't worry about it. It's fine, you don't need to see the bird. It's specifically the head, it's not important. Alright. Upgrade. Zoom level maximized. Let's see. I could start getting whistles. I guess some totems, just to make it easier for me to get back here. Okay, I got you all done. But you know, I need you to fly. Fly, you fool! I'm gonna. That joke is infinite. The joke is just repeatable ad nauseum, and as such, I will be using it until people are sick of it. But now, I've definitely been enjoying the series of I feel like I feel like you call them sketches, but I feel like they end up being like way more involved than sketches. That's fine. What are you? Oh, so there's some birds that just look fucking weird. This hooded merganser looks fucking bizarre. Even more so because I can't seem to figure out how the... There it is. Like, look at it. Look at this fucking... Look at that bird. Wait, what did... I do need a picture of your back. But no, honestly, like, I feel like games about taking pictures of things is, like, usually, like, they end up being, like, underappreciated or, like, under... Like, I feel like there should be way more of these. Because, like, the mechanics... Like, I'm sure, like, the most annoying thing is, like, setting up the mechanics of, like... Are you for fucking real? Look at this... Okay, sure. Why not? Just fucking... It's a full-ass fucking... It's a full-ass swan! Just sitting on my head. Think of the stretch. We need a new Pokemon Snap. I mean, we did get the new Pokemon Snap. It ended up being good, but not as good as the old one. I think in part because... So the old one is a lot of fun, but it's also, like, kind of problematic because, like, the crux of the old one is that you're throwing shit at wild animals to make them do what you want, which is, like, actually not a cool thing to, like, you know... Like, in terms of things that, like, you know, kids are going to look at and be like, oh, that's cool, I want to replicate that. Like, you know, disrupting wildlife is actually, like, pretty bad. So, like, you know, I kind of understand why they had to be like, well, they got rid of, the pester balls and replaced them with the Lumina orbs. Okay, hear me out. I am ready. I am ready to hearest thou out. I think I have an idea of what you're probably gonna say. Where, like, video games and, like, should allow for stuff like that, like, you know. Pokemon Snap, but it's you in the city catching moments of trainers and their Pokemon. You can even use the ugly-ass city in the Legends ZA. Okay, never mind, actually. You're going in an entirely different direction. That'd actually be fucking super cool. We should get Starky the horny, furry camera game. The what? I swear, the cherry blossom birds really want to fucking hang out here today, huh? A Townsend's warbler. Are you just going away? What, was that a co-op birdwatching game from TikTok? What's going on, Marsh? Glad that was sweeping. I didn't find it from TikTok. I got it recommended from my friends. But yes, this is actually, like, it's web fishing, but birds, and I'm 100% here for it. I've never been more down for a game in my entire life, actually. Welcome on in. How you doing, you sweet bae? Go, if you're not following Marsh, go fix that. Go follow Marsh. Do it now. Do it now! 1 sec, let me see if I can find the actual title. Sapphire Safari, that's the name of the horny furry picture game. I I'm scared to hold up. The developers made so many TikToks and YouTube Shorts about it. I feel like I've been watching the games. Incredibly not safe for TJ. That's fair. I'm deeply impatient when it comes to this game, but to follow Marsh more than I already do, he's gonna pull the restraining order. I thought the restraining order was only for Monokuma. I guess to be fair, like, you keep sneaking him into places he's not supposed to be, so. Marms really has a thing for bears. I should probably get, like, one of each C. So that way, like, you know, if I ever find myself in a situation where I'm like, okay, fly, you fool. But no, I absolutely adore this game. It's so, like, the birds are... There you are. Well, that's a good Never fucking mind, you little bastard. I don't blame them, we bears neat. Perfect. The northern flicker still ain't fucking flying for me. Marms already lives in my walls. I need to start charging rent. But no, I'm 100% for, like, and also, like, it does sound like the developers are actively supporting it and adding new birds at all the time, so. What is happening? So, fun fact. the guy in my YouTube shorts. All the bird sounds in this game is one of the devs making the noises into a microphone, then speeding it up. That's impressive. The guy's got, like, genuinely impressive range and also, like, a thorough understanding of bird noises. Because there's probably one around here somewhere. There's the red-winged blackbird that hangs around this cherry blossom area. And, like, there's actually one that lives, like, right outside of my house. And so I hear the noise all the fucking time. And I can tell you for a fact that the noise in this game is like 1-to-1. Downy woodpecker, I'm still missing because high quality birdsong rips cost money to use. I mean, I'd believe that actually. They take the birdsong and slow it way down so they can perfectly mimic it? Okay. Interesting. I did not know that. Where are you? There you are! What type of bird are you? Looks like it's crashing down into the, Yep. Yeah, there it is. That call for the is like 1-to-1. The fucking bird I hear outside my house whenever I walk out. Place a cat in front of your house. Go, my child, consume. I mean, there are cats that live in the cul-de-sac, but I think they're all inside cats. Because inside cats, listen, there you are. What kind of American kestrel? If they're not eating them birds 100% inside cats, yeah. Protect your local bird population, keep your cats inside. Also, outdoors cats are more likely to get hurt. So, like, you know, if you like cats, also keep your cats indoors. You cheeky little shit. I love you. I love you. I love birds! Yes, please raise your cats 100% indoors. Look at them. He's just this little guy. Is he gone forever? Is he going away forever? Goodbye forever, Mr. Kestrel. Don't deny your cats the freedom to hunt, let them out in bird-populated areas. Seeing Starky hold a raptor in a ren fair was adorable. The birds are just cool, man. When do we catch and eat the birds? We don't. That's the fun part. We don't. The bird songs and EDM makes a wild combination. I mean, there is a literal like there is a literal like playlist of EDM made with bird songs, and also like, are you for fucking real? My head is not a bird seed basket. I'm trying to take pictures of you. I love you. But no, like there's birdsong lo-fi. I definitely know about that. And then there's also birdsong EDM. I beg to differ. If that was the case, why birds keep stepping on your head?
Rats, we're rats, we're the rats.
You are being shagged by a rare bird.
Have you spotted any nice tits yet? I believe there is a tit in the game. Hold up. I can probably check real quick. Yeah, bush tit. I actually haven't found the bush tit yet. Must be a rarer one. Are there magpies? I don't think there are magpies, but I know that the developers are actively adding birds, so you could probably like I'm sure that there's like a place where you can leave like requests and be like, can you do a magpie? There's crows. There's American crows. I need to there. Thank you. I do need to see you fly as well. But you're content just hanging on the branch, aren't you? But Starky, I'm not a crow. There are corvids. There's blue jays. So that we got blue jays, we got crows. I can't remember if there's ravens or not. So there's some corvids, which means they might add another one.
Wah.
Wah. The only thing I know about magpies is that they have that funny, they got the eyes where like whenever they get caught, they're like the offended eyes. There's a picture of someone who's like, yeah, this magpie fucking flew down my chimney and is acting all offended because I caught it and I'm carrying it outside. I love that image. I imagine that's what I'm gonna do to Corvette when I see him. I'm gonna grip you. That's the first time I'd even seen a Castrol too. Oh, come on, NX. What have you, Sweet Bean? How you holding up? Remember, guys, if you see Starky stain on his head? If I meet you and you don't grab me like that, I'll be disappointed. I love indignant eagles wrapped in blankets. You know what would be funny if they specifically decided not to add one bird? It would be so funny if they specifically did not include like a bald eagle. Because bald eagles are the himbo trash birds of the bird world. Oh, yeah, this is a remix of an Undertale song. The AU Ghost. It's yeah, a remix of oh god, what is it? It's the Mad Dummy. Yeah, it's a Mad Dummy remix, that's it. Bald eagles are in the game. Huh. Maybe they're in this area. I have not seen any bald eagles yet. But to be fair, I do feel like I end up spending a ton of time in the cherry area, which is like not my intention. Yeah, I have like almost all of the cherries done. The snow zone? Oh, okay. That makes sense, because they're like cliff birds. Actually, I got most of the marsh done, funnily enough. Yeah, Cherry Blossom and Marsh end up being like two of my most completed ones. What does it mean if there's a 0? Oh, bird. Shiny? There you are. It's a fucking swan. All right. At least swans are easy to track. I assume I probably already have you though. Yeah, it's you. Oh, okay, so I still need your back and you flying. Show me your butt. Please show me your butt. I need the booty pic. How's the bird game been? It's great. Welcome on in, Spout. How you doing, sweetie? You shout for Spout? You're a dick. You're an asshole. You 2 short flights and then showing me your butt specifically so that way I couldn't take good pictures of them. There we go. But how you doing, Spout? Oh, thank you, Suda. I do need you flying though. But no, I'm super invested in this game. It's just like it's just nice to have like another like, because it's in the same vein as web fishing, which I genuinely enjoyed web fishing, and I wish I could have played it more. But like it's not safe to play as a streamer, unfortunately. Flock around and find out. Well, come on, Ilyana, let's go have you, sweet bean. I've been been looking at this game. Well, if you'd ever like want to hang out and play it, if you ever played on stream, I'd love to invade. Sippy, think of the sip reminder. No. Oh, okay, cool. You're not flying away yet. But no, it's such a cozy game, and also like it's a great way to just hang out with friends and talk about whatever. These things move surprisingly fast. Oh, okay, there's a loon behind you. I was so confused for a moment. Well, no, I've been deeply enjoying this game. It's like, you know, I use friend swap endearingly a lot. That's a layering issue. All right, heading out, sealed post stream for sure. Thank you for hanging out. All right, he's taking off. There's definitely a loon around here somewhere, right? Is it still around here? Were you the loon? Nope, you are not. But no, like this is a great game for just like, you know, having birds run away from you infinitely, apparently. Okay, I got the Canadian goose. I have 100% of the goose. Mallard, okay. I feel like mallards are like the platonic ideal of a duck. Like, if you look at, like, if you ask me to imagine a duck, I'm probably thinking a mallard. Like, that's my first duck in my brain. Which is funny because, like, I feel like mallards aren't like they're not the duck that is like the default duck. Really, is that far away? Okay, fine. Oh, there's a mallard right here. Welcome on in Silver. Glad to have you, sweet bean. Starky, your gay. Also, hi, Borb. Hi, doggy. But what's that? The Tommy Wiseau. Hi, Dougie. Thank you for the 23 months of tier 1 subscription. Almost 2 whole years.
Wow, 23 months. That's almost as many as a whole year.
That's wild, actually. But no, how you doing, you sweet bean? It's been a hot minute. Can we shout out for Silver? If one of my mods is available. I'm busy bird maxing. I love birds. Me, EP, work hard. Understandable. Hopefully you're like finding some time to rest and relax though. Oh. It's like I feel like birds like they have like the fast takeoff, which is like unreactable, and they got the slow takeoff. Oh. Let's see. I tried baking sourdough for the first time with a homemade starter, so that's got me going. Hell yeah. Hopefully it goes smoothly. I know sourdough can be a little bit temperamental in terms of baking. But also, like, you know, I believe. I need to probably, like, investigate some sourdough. Or, like, you know. It's like sourdough and maybe, like, a ginger bug, I think would probably be, like, interesting things to have. Because watching James work with his ginger bug was kind of cool. Like, home fermenting stuff is, like, really, really sick. See, it's one of my favorite breads. Because like as I've gotten older, I don't know if it's like they started using worse quality ingredients. But I definitely like I struggle to eat like store-bought bread anymore because it's just so it's so soft and sweet to the point where like it doesn't feel like it's like I don't know, maybe I'm like I've been de-Americaned enough where I'm also like, you know, American bread is cake. Because it kind of is, honestly. I mean, it very much ain't. So, like, I figure, like, maybe learning how to make my own bread would probably be wise. Because, like, I still want to eat sandwiches, but I just can't. I can't do store-bought bread anymore. It's just awful. Where are you? There you are. I need a picture of you flying. I mean, very much ain't. The whole cake thing is a, the whole cake thing is specifically regarding bread from Subway in Ireland and the guideline that says bread has to have below a certain sugar content. Well, like, it's also just, like, American bread is very sweet. Like, I can't do white bread anymore. Like, I whenever I do sandwiches nowadays, I usually end up getting, like, a more, like, you know, rustic loaf. Or, like a French or Italian bread. I think it, like, is primarily a texture thing. Where I'm, like, you know, white bread... You're a little troublemaker, aren't you? You little shit. Where are you? There you are. But no, like, and yeah, stuff like Wonder Bread is going to be far sweeter than a lot of other loaves on US shelves. Yeah. So I end up just being like, I kind of want to get into making bread myself, just that way I can, like, figure out how to make, like, a good sandwich bread. Because it's like, I want something hearty, but not, like, super crummy. So I probably need to, like, you know, that's one of those things where it's like, I know baking is, like, a super... It's, like, super iteration-based. You gotta, like, make mistakes and learn and then, like, figure out, you know... Used to make my own bread. I want to do that again. And to be fair, there are certain breads that I actually do make myself. I make like if I have the time, I definitely make like I make non-pita and tortillas on my own. I've been making my own bread since October. No bread brought in over 6 months now. Ooh, huh. I have to imagine like the bread you make is like also significantly higher quality. Baking is like the most is like the most science and measurement thing. If cooking is an art, baking is the opposite. You don't really feel it out the same way. Yeah, the traditional like comparison is like cooking is art, baking is science. And then like learning things like altitude can actually like meaningfully affect bread production. Where like I think if you're like, what is it? If you're like higher altitude, I think you, like your bread needs a little bit more like egg, like a binder. So sourdough is very bifield. It's a combination of accurate measurements, but also feeling out the dough and figuring out the right time for using your starter. I'm done hiding, now I'm shining. Because there are so many variables you can't control for in starter/fermentation. Some moment, you know, together we're glowing. Bird. I need to start, because I have a ton of bird seed I need to continue spreading. It's been nice to be able to just like look out my window and see birds. Some birds are region protected because they can only be made at that elevation. That's actually super interesting. I do love this picture. It's only 2 stars still? With how big it is? Perfectly centered, big enough in frame. Perfect pose. How is this a 2 star? Nah, fuck you, game. I hate it here. The pose is worse. And it's the same plus from like size and frame. Bread making is really funny because you start by such exact measurements, and as soon as it becomes dough, it's all about how sticky does it feel. Can I stretch it and make a window pane? If I poke it, how much does it spring back and how fast? Interesting. I love this game. I love this two-star game. I mean, the game gets 5 stars from me. Let's see. I think I'm gonna buy like at least 1 of each seed. Hold up, what spawned? Uncommon. Yeah, I have no idea what type of bird that is. I think it's the winter area. I think it's one of the one of those extremely white birds that I can never remember the name of. Or it might be some type of owl. I swear to God, if this game actually gets me into like learning how to bird and shit, I'm gonna be extremely happy. But also, I'm gonna be like, video games are weird. Don't. Oh, God damn it. It's another cherry blossom bird? Don't tell me. Half hearts combine to raise a endless night, so come on round, round, let it all out, cause a commotion, shake the ground, rebound. mean, it might still be up here, but I think it's probably a winter bird. I'm not seeing it, so I think it's winter. Can you die in this game? You cannot. Well, okay, I say that in essence. You know, be sure to leave the game next to your friend to let them know that you've left. I respect that. I forgot that we have that that word auto modded, but I do like the fact that Ligma is auto modded. Yeah, there you are. Oh, it's a snowy owl. Hi, buddy. I actually need to get some stuff at you. Hypno owl. Would you be hypnotized by this owl? Hypnowl. No, it's actually a good point. I feel like when it comes to like sonas that like I feel like would be reasonably, you know, you could reasonably attribute with hypnosis, I feel like owls are like relatively underrepresented. Well, bye. Starky, blah blah. Welcome back in Bellis. How you doing, sweet bean? That's why I'm one sometimes. I didn't realize you had an owl sona. Son of a snow bunting. Oh, I couldn't figure out how this fucking bird. Oh, I see the bird now. It took me a moment. Look at that bird. I love birds. Owls are very round and shaped. You got someplace to be? So many avians have owl sonas. I feel like owls are like, I don't know. I think it's because like, I don't know what it is about them, but I definitely feel like owl sonas are very represented, like very common in the, yeah. I feel like that sound effect, like, I feel like that sound effect has like lost the sauce. Like there is never, like there will never be a moment in history, I feel like, where like a sound effect is as ubiquitous in terms of the sheer jump scare potential. Still nothing. Oh wait, did you? I feel like you wanted me to put the jaw face scream, didn't you? I almost had an owl sona. I don't know. Something about them is just very, very silly in a way that I think a lot of people resonate with. Who's a pretty bird? Welcome on a squeeze. Good to have you, sweet bean. This owl is a pretty bird. Pretty bird. Pretty bird. The jaw face scream was when from my orb appeared. Okay. If you had a specific video in mind, then feel free to pass it over, and I'll see by adding it. I wanted to do a great horned owl, but I ended up going with my magpie. I think, to be fair, like there's also like room for secondary sonas. That's why I'm gonna end up with like fucking like Starky is my main and then 3 secondary sonas. Squeeze, take with the follow. Welcome to live check. Let have you, sweet bean. We got Anthus, and then I need to redesign Finn, and then I need to figure out Shark. I want Shark sona. Shark. Because sharks are neat. I already have the skunk as my secondary. I mean, to be fair, Aries is adorable. All right. I'll have to find a video of an orca being funny to use as the command. But no, I do kind of want them to add the awebo bird. The bird that goes awebo. 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 And I would actually kill for the Japanese snow fairy. That's one of my favorite birds. The Japanese snow fairy is so adorable. The Japanese snow fairy looks so ridiculous that it actually the first time I saw it, I was like, is this an AI? Did someone use AI to generate this video? It's like, no, apparently it's an actual fucking bird. Wait, I can hear it. Okay, I think it's a forest bird. I doubt they'll ever add it, but a shoebill would be so funny. I mean, they have other big birds, so they could potentially do it. There you are. Northern Flicker, huh? What do you like? Did I place it too far away? A shoebill sounds like a gunfight. I mean, they're definitely very imposing birds. It is funny that they incidentally also just sound fucking horrifying. You're never gonna give me a flying, are you? It's also notably, this motherfucker, I've seen 6 or... No, can't say it. Can't say it. Can't say it because people will do the... I had to stop myself. I've seen this motherfucker 5 times. Specifically this bitch shiny. Do you have something to say for yourself? Why do you keep coming back? It flies really fast though. I think he likes me. I do wonder what a society of avian birds would look like after evolving to be able to form a society. I mean, it's kind of like the structure we see in crows. They actually have done they have done studies, and honestly, it seems like if you'll forgive the pun, bird society would be much more egalitarian. You are once again being shagged by a rare bird. Because they did a study where they introduced the concept of monetary value to birds, and then they introduced monetary inequality, and the birds immediately are like, no, I'm gonna share my money so that way other birds can have a treat, and the fucking apes they introduced apes of as soon as apes learned about money, they did this with monkeys. The instant the apes learned about money and they introduced monetary inequality, they invented prostitution. In a way that's honestly kind of fascinating. This is a PVZ. So, yeah, it's a jazz recomposition of a Plants vs. Zombies song. It's from an album called Reeds and Seeds. What the fuck? I need you to do a slow takeoff. A slow takeoff. I need you to start flying, but slowly. The oldest career in history. Looks like Bert is going out with friends tonight to celebrate and say goodbye before I go to my internship. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for hanging out, Corvid. Take care of yourself. Hopefully have a good celebration. Please, I beg of you. Oh. I don't care. I don't care if it give me the 3-star. Have a party. Hell yeah, bitch. Have a party. But no, I feel like Plants vs Zombies or like Plants vs Zombies actually has like spectacular music. It is also really funny. Like I feel a little bad, but it's not Capcom, but there is a studio that like the studio that owns Plants vs Zombies was trying so hard to not be the Plants vs Zombies studio and has tried so many different times and they just can't. They're just trapped. It's like how Smash Mouth is the all-star band. They'll never outlive that. PopCap, that's the one. It's like, try as hard as they might. I feel like PopCap will never be anything other than the Plants vs. Zombies studio. And they nuked the third game and also tried an FPS game. It was funny. They tried like a weird monster ball rolling game. Like I'm aware of that game existing. I could not tell you what it was called though. It was a Junko. Also known as the creators of Bejeweled. Wait, I did not realize Bejeweled was also PopCap. Hello? Kestrel? No, god damn it. Not you again. You're supposed to be... Aren't you supposed to be... okay, never mind. You're common. And Peggle. Oh, never mind. PopCap actually has done a bunch of stuff. Never mind. I do feel like they're a very... I feel like PopCap is a very like they're not a core gaming studio. They don't make like super intensive games. I feel like they're very much the like, you know, here's a game that like, you know, casual gamers, you know, phone gamers, because I feel like Plants vs. Zombie works as a phone game. Son of a bitch. Full fat mayonnaise. Thank you for the follow. Good live chat. Glad you, Sweet Bean. PVZ was such a tablet game. Okay, where are we? I might be hanging out in James' stream too much because my brain immediately was like, my brain immediately went for full fatty instead of full fat. Zuma Deluxe, Peggle, Bejeweled, PVZ, and a few more, but it said that PopCap had become a shell of its former self. What are you? It looks like it's a winter bird? You know that a group of crows is called a murder, not a flock? Well, come on, though. How you doing, you sweet bean? I mean, yeah, but when there's... What is the term for, like, when there's more than, like, one species of bird within a group of birds? I feel like flock is definitely the correct term for that, like, that collective. Again with you? Another very thrush. Okay, it's fine. This electronic slot brought up PopCap some time ago. Oh, that makes sense. That explains why PopCap is the way that it is now. Electronic Arts. I've got jack all for you. What do you like? You want to come for the seed? I realize the phrase, you want to come for the seed, it unfortunately has a little bit of a different connotation in the furry fandom. Come on. You little bitch. Don't you fly away from my seeds? I'll fucking get you. That would be a too effective call and a con. Make your seed fly away instead. Okay, we got some stuff for you at least. I would definitely like that 3-star flying though. Pokemon Entangled, have you, Sweet Bean? Hi, friend. The joke is funny because flyaway is a Japanese euphemism for jizzing. I did not know about that. Does that mean that Japanese furries into inflation flies away when they fly away? This might be the dumbest multicultural joke I've ever made. Look at the recent Sims 4 update. It was needed, but it was crap. Starky won't lie there, though. The seed thing could also work for gays, not only furries. Fair enough. That's the panty and stocking theme. That's why the panty and stocking TF theme is fly away. I did not know that. That's so fucking funny. That makes their transformation sequences even funnier. I need to watch season 2. I need to figure out a way to very legally watch season 2 of Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. This motherfucker refuses to give me a good... I'll take it. I'll take it. Pure cinema. Me in this moment, I am in cinema. I'm experiencing cinema. I love this 3-star. It's so good. Fucking northern flicker ass bird. Fucking fuck you with your 3-star. Oh, it's Junko. It's the Junko Inoshima, the bird. I mean, to be fair, if Junko Inoshima had a persona, it would definitely be a bear. Wait, is Monokuma just Junko Inoshima's persona? Northern Flicker, more like Northern Fucker, Starky, probably. The music is fitting Starky's cinema moment. And you're not gonna give me a good fucking flying picture, are you? Because you're a little bastard. You're a little fucking shit. Wait, I didn't capture. I swear to God, I caught it with a spam. Oh, probably. But no, I love Otto. Otto is such a fucking incredible singer. Songstress. Monokuma's gender is different from Junko. It's called genderqueer, sweetie. Look it up. You know what? I could reasonably believe that Junko Inoshima is genderqueer. I feel like Junko would discover political discourse in regards to gender in the modern day and age and decide in that moment that she is genderqueer. I think that's Junko's vibe, and I love that for her. Her gender is whatever pisses you off the most in this moment. She's great. This is also, fun fact, this song is also a reference to this is a remix of another song. If you can get it before the drop, I will be sincerely impressed. It would bring her despair to not be able to come out as genderqueer. Because I end up like enjoying a lot of remixes, I'm realizing now. Looks like a red-winged blackbird, maybe? Did you guess Jevel's theme? Because if so, stop lying to me. You did not guess Jevel's theme. Oh, it's a crow. Could it be worse? It could be the bum bitty. Bum bitty 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 bum bum. Bum bitty 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 bum. I feel like that's gotta be like, I feel like I'm fundamentally missing context for that song. I feel like there's some cultural context, specifically in like the klezmer music theory, like, you know, ideas that explain why that song is the way that it is, but I don't know enough about, you know, Hebrew music theory to like make a meaningful examination of that particular claim. Crows are infamously kind of like little assholes. No, don't you fucking immediately? But no, the crows do not like people getting close to them. This is the crow hangout spot. The elusive two-headed bird. Actually, that's interesting, because I've seen like two-headed like reptiles. Like I've seen like two-headed reptiles. I know that there are like two-headed people, like conjoined, or that's not the correct term anymore, is it? Or wait, no. Is conjoined twins or like conjoined siblings the correct term? I can't remember. I think the term I'm thinking of that is problematic is so far removed from my brain that I'm like, it didn't even come to my mind immediately when I'm like, because there is a problematic term for people who are in that circumstance. I don't understand how there's a whole season of people making art of their O-season favorite show/games as the cover poster of that movie. And nothing about that song slipped in the conversation. They're two completely separate meme phenomenons. The S term? Yeah, that was what I was thinking of. Yeah, okay. I was like... There's a lot of terminology that like had to be retired. For good reason. For good reason. It's not great. But like, you know, that was how I was introduced to the concept, and I'm like, it's one of the things where it's like my brain remembers that there is like a politically, you know, I had no idea it was problematic. Well, yeah, because the big thing is it's just like weirdly, it's weirdly like, because it's not it's associated with a specific nation, but without like any like reason for it. It's just like, it's a weird kind of like, oh, everyone there is strange. Flock around and find out. Welcome on, Quillsoft. Glad I do, Sweet Bean. But no, it's one of those things where it's like, it's just like a term that's kind of fallen out of use. For good reason. Because it's just like weirdly inaccurate. But no. My brain remembers like there's a term for this that I know I'm not supposed to use, and then yeah, it was different than the one I was actively using, which is good. It means that in spite of my fucking brain softening as time goes on, I'm still like trying my hardest. You fucking shiny American crow. Watching Starkle struggle with branch parkour is giving me secondhand annoyance. It's definitely a little difficult to parkour, and like unfortunately for certain things it is it's not necessary, but it makes things. Okay, enough points for Blorb, but I'll make a ref for Owlriel, so you can use that. I mean, if you want me, I mean, I'd be happy to turn your bear into a Borb. Just, you know, it's whichever one you prefer. You know, I'm not saying that it has to be a bird, but I'm also like, if you'd prefer it to be a bird, then that's cool. All right. Oh, there are ravens. Unfortunately, I guess magpies are only like are the only ones of the like the big four corvids that didn't manage to make it in. Oh, and you're gonna be just as much of a pain in the ass to capture as the crows, aren't you? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh, crows, how dare you? How dare you? Okay, to be fair, I am trying specifically to get a crow. You're just trying to help out, but also, how dare you? How dare you throw it directly at my face? I'm trying to get pictures. I'm not trying to get crow to face disease, where there's a crow in your face. No, no, oh God! Oh God! That might be the worst scan. I wasn't even actively trying to do that. That's the fucking worst scan I've seen in a hot minute. Show me your front. Thank you. All right, silly goo bird. I must depart and get ready for a lovely rest of get part and get ready. Scan said, do you have Tylenol? I have a headache. But no, have a wonderful evening. Thanks for stopping by, you sweet bean. What are you? Some kind of, I think it's like a, oh God, really? Up there? Okay. The things we do for good bird pictures. The struggle for quality avian images. There we go. I was trying to think of an alliterative way to set that up and pay it off, and I did. Let's take Tylenol together, Starky. Oh, son of a bitch! All the way up there. You're such a jerk. Requiring me to fucking parkour up this goddamn tree. Where'd it go? Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, you. A Stellar's J. And did. I hate it. Never mind. Stellar's J's are assholes. I hate them. I got a photo of it so I can at least take solace in the fact that it's a stellar troll. They're little shits. Well, I'm gonna have to come back here at some point for the ravens, but... I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job of filling things in. What do you mean I've... Oh, I see. That the 0 is like I got the picture, but I don't have any stars for it. Well, I didn't know that there was an AI art Turing test on the internet, but after taking it, I'm pretty accurate on my AI detection. I should probably give that a shot. Hello? Goodness, oh, Jesus. Stop breaking my ankles. Show me your butt. Stop running around. Show me your butt. Thank you. No. That bird has ADHD. That bird is me at all hours. Okay, at least one good 3-star. It me. This is honestly remember, when you're being mean to me, this is who you're being mean to. When you're being mean to me, you're being mean to this creature. Look at him. Look at him. There's no thoughts going on behind those eyes. Oh, hold up. I realize now we've got like 20 minutes left. How the fuck? Time disappears when I play this game. I swear to God. I'm gonna stick him in the bird tube. Do not put him in the bird tube. Not the bird tube. I do like the fact that like the bird tube is like the standard means of containing birds for measurements. Stinky ADHD mode. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take the 3-star side shot because this motherfucker was not staying still. We should stick Starky in the bird tube, not the bird tube. I've done nothing to deserve being put in the bird tube. The birds here do not fuck around. Like, I feel like this section in particular, the birds are pretty brutal about, like, just disappearing the instant that you pay them any attention. What? Is this your front? Why? Weird. I think another one is spawned. There you are. Oh, it's a quail. I mean, the good news is I got this guy already, like, maxed out. So, like, I just need to get a picture of him for the money. Ideally, I would like to get you with the other bird right next to you. There we go. StarkyMorph bird tube time. Welcome on to Mystic Wing. Glad I you, sweet bean. Oh, that's so cute. I am happy to spread, like, I'm always about spreading bird propaganda. So if I'm able to make even one more person aware of happy, cute bird time game, I am happy to contribute to the bird expansion. The bird hegemony. Everyone should be bird. You give me struggles, Mr. Dark-Eyed Junko. The bird inflation? No, not the bird inflation. Jesus, you fucking take off fast. Yo, you bitch. I'm already aware of the bird photo game. Bird expansion, sign me up. Oh, come on! Please, hold still for like 30 seconds. Okay! I see how it is. But no, the bird photo game is very, very good. I highly recommend it. You. Give me a good flying. All the birds in this area need Vivants. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I was not catching that one. I mean, it's still around here somewhere. I don't know where it went, though. I will say, like, the first time I opened this game, I was like, where the fuck are the birds? Because I couldn't find them. But, like, I don't know if I've, like, become more aware of, like, where I need to look to find birds, or if, like, they actually do become more frequent as you play the game longer. But, like, I'm like, there are birds everywhere. You cannot escape them. No matter where you go, there's a bird watch. Why? Why must you torment me? Probably the struggle of the ornithologist. You are a demon! A demon creature! You know what, I'll take it. They sit on my head so often. I need a friend so that way they can at least take the pictures of the birds that keep sitting on my head. I'm like relatively certain I got a 3-star, but I want to give it another shot. Okay. Well, just in time. Let's see. Starry, I'm gonna be gremlin for once. I would like the bird to sit on my head. I would like a bird to sit on my head. I mean, you know what? That's fair. Having a bird sit on your head, I think, is a precious opportunity. And to be fair, like, you could have been far more gremlin. Wait, there's 2 shinies? What the fuck? Oh, that was the quail. That's right, because I was ignoring it. Pick one. Time to purge. I was like, you could have been way more gremlin by choosing to phrase it slightly differently. By choosing head, you've chosen the path of not nearly as gremlin, and I appreciate that. There you are. Let's see. I need a 3-star of your front and back. Maybe you'll like, maybe you'll get the you'll want to go get the seed. Maybe. I mean, fair, but like, do you really expect me to be as bad as the rest of them? That's fair. Let the bird son sit on you, give them head. I mean, I was thinking that the hornier option would be instead of saying I want a bird to sit on my head, you could have gone for I want the bird to sit on my face. Okay. Alrighty, I think that's good. I do like the fact that like when you are moving fast, like off the air, you still have to do little kicky feet because you can see your feet, which I think is actually kind of important because it lets you know exactly where you are when platforming. I feel like more games that do any amount of first-person platforming absolutely need to have like the here's where your feet are. Yes. One more bird perfected. Wait, they're not good enough? I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. How the fuck were those not close enough? Oh, game, you are going to test the fuck out of my patience, aren't you? Don't look at me! Don't look at me! Don't, I feel like it's especially threatening with the fucking, the woodpeckers. As I feel like the woodpeckers very much can and will fucking... If only had a second player to help out. Oh, if only. Also, these are two different bird species? How are you two different birds? How are you not the same bird as that bird? Birds are weird. Bird. But yeah, no, as soon as I saw this game, I'm like, I have to play this on stream at least once. Did the other one... Are they taking turns sitting on my head? Be careful, Starky, you can peck your wood. Or, oh no, that just is your noise. You left, yeah. Son of a bitch. Biologist, explain what do you mean by this? Biologist, explain what you mean this one is fuzzy woodpecker, but this one is not fuzzy woodpecker. I will say the Bayonetta music over like gameplay of me trying to take pictures of birds has got to be really funny. If Bayonetta was a bird, what? Oh, hold up. I'm not like Bayonetta absolutely would be a secretary bird. What am I even saying? Undoubtedly, Bayonetta is absolutely secretary bird coded. Starky, she literally TFs into a bird. Oh, it's not a peacock, is it? It's like a peahen. Nope. Yeah, this guy I hear his call all the time. Crow within. Well, okay, that's a bunch of birds. Jesus. Stop moving. Stop moving. I can't keep track of you. Why are you harder to take a picture of than fucking Ultra Kill? Like, it feels like I'm fighting fucking Sisyphus Prime all over again. Stop moving. Hyper. Yeah, this is AHHHHHD. Fucking the bird with 40 H's before the 40 D's. Excuse me? Hello? I'm thriving though. In this moment I am truly surrounded by birds. You are very close, though. Are you... We're about to run our last set of 3-minute ads. We run those every hour to turn off reels, but we don't have to do the ads as soon as I join the stream. Feel free to go grab a snack, grab some hydration. We'll be here when you come back. Crow within, bat within, panther within, and snake within. Doesn't she become like a peacock in, like, the first game? She has, like, some, like, peacock or peahen-ass form. No? She... just crow? Hi. Neither her nor Jean. Okay, absolutely, I should have some 3 stars. She turns into a crow and Jean becomes an owl. Interesting. But no, it actually is, like, it is cool that they've like recreated all these bird noises. Like if it actually is the case that like all of the bird noises are the developers just recreating them by slowing them down and replicating it. Oh, fuck off. I hate it. Okay, I should have at least this one 3-starred. Yeah, but between with how close it got. Perfectly centered, big in frame, okay pose. Also, Rosa, Bao's mom, has her own set of transformations. Oh, that's right, because you can play as Rosa in, I think, the second game? I think isn't her thing entirely that, like, she's, like, actually, like isn't her counter, like, way harder to activate? I seem to remember it being the case. Like, I struggled to activate her counter even once. I know with Jean, her thing is that, like, her counter, like, she can only get, like, witch time if you hit her with, Bat Within, or I guess Moth Within. I didn't know about her gameplay details. She turns into a falcon, though? Okay, I got you perfected. What do I even have in the Calliope hummingbird, a decent number of shinies, the varied thrush male, Townsend's warbler, ruby crown kinglet. We need to get just a bunch of shiny stuff mostly. Somebody just, I don't know. Birds are. I'm just happy that like there's a bird game. I'm surprised it took this long for like someone to put it together, but I'm definitely glad it exists. I'm sure there's someone like there's like an actual like ornithologist or so like a professional birder who's like, yeah, like this is the behavior, like, you know. Do you think people like ever like they're like, oh, my job is like an ornithologist, and they stop working and they play this game? Like the equivalent of like someone who's like, oh yeah, my day job is trucking, and then they you know, they relax by playing like Euro Truck Simulator. I can't imagine that that's the case. I have to imagine that like once you're off work, you're like, I do not want to think about birds. And there's still a ton of shinies I need to get, so I am be looking for it. Is it over here? All right.
Wretch, wretch, where the wretch?
Starky, can you stop pinging my Ornithopter of Paradise? I'm trying to cast my commander.
No. So you think you got the crow confused with the peacock that has two long tails? That would make sense, actually. I was like, it definitely has like a, like, I remember it having long tails. And, like, I remember having long tails and also, like, the attack where it, like, fans out its feathers. Like, to, like, form, like, a ring around itself. So I'm like, that's very peacock-coded, but crow does make sense in that context. Okay, got you. Actually, I feel like I've got, like, most of the birds in this specific area. We need the pie-billed grebe backshot. We're not investigating that sentence any further than it already has been stated. Long-tailed duck, common loon, bufflehead, and belted kingfisher. The kingfisher I know is epic rarity, so we're not going to see it anytime soon. I like to think that no one, not even the Boars, will want to play Commander with Starky on the game night in the lab. To be fair, I was reminded of, you know, Starky, we can only phrasing you so many times. The funny thing is, like, that is me stealing a phrasing moment from someone else. I was playing this with Cam, and then he accidentally was like, "Give me the back shot, damn it," to one of the birds. And I just fucking died laughing because it was so sudden and so purely explicit if you were thinking about it like that. Near the McAnswer, yep. Okay, got you. Goose. I think I have all the comments here done. Welcome on Couch Gregor. God have you, Sweet Bean. Fun fact, I actually learned that the song existed because of a very infamous moment from I think it's RuPaul's Drag Race. Because, like, I'd never seen anything RuPaul Drag Race related until I saw the lip sync associated with this. And, yeah, it was brutal. just absolute the brutality of that lip sync performance. Hold up, I need your side profile. No, fucking goddamn it. Oh, it was that bad? No, it was very one-sided. Is the thing. Like, the performance was spectacular. It's just that, like, one person was great and the other person was, like, extremely you know, well practiced. It was, like, super duper one-sided in a way that, like, I feel like probably has not been seen on RuPaul's Drag Race since. Although, like, I know RuPaul is something of a controversial figure. Did a sociology essay while doing a landscape. Thank you, Strike. No problem. I'm glad to help, you know, provide background noise by yapping about whatever nonsense I'm on about this week. Heart beating. Apparently, like the drag queen who was on the receiving side of that, like, legendary mouse singing performance, has gone on to say that she hates this song now because of the memory association. And, like, I can't really blame her. Oh. Perfect. Thank you. Now if I could just get you taken off. Oh, actually, I realize now it's 8 o'clock. Hold up. I gotta, I've made mistakes. So I probably, it's a little bit after 8. It's like, you know, surprise, end of stream. Oh, 2 stars. Okay, thank God. Oh, it was the finale. And apparently that, like, the one of them had never even been in a voice sync or a lip sync. The other person had fought so hard to, like, make it as far as she did. So, like, it ended up being like it was like, you know, because, like, if memory serves, like, the Taiwanese one was, like, apparently, like, the founder of, like, drag races in Taiwan. So, like, she was a big deal, like, super experienced. Anyways, enough about that. Let's use lives that we can raid out. I don't think I've raided into a Thunderfang member, so I should probably look to see who's live. Team/Thunderfang. That sounds surprising. Never lip syncing yet doing Drag Race. Well, no. Like she hadn't had to do she had never been at risk of elimination up until that point. Is, I think, the thing. You know what? Let's raid another bird. Let's raid over to Reagan. Because I think I see Darv and Reagan, who are both burbs and both in Thunderfang. And I want to say that Darv started before I did. So, like, I don't want to raid into him in case he's been going. Actually, we started at about the same time, funnily enough. But no, let's raid over to Reagan. Oh, he's doing a tournament. Okay. Oh, hey, I'm also getting hit by the here. Manage extension. Disable. I will be raiding over to Darv because I think Reagan is locked in on a tournament. So yeah, feel free to snag that copy. Use my emotes or whose emotes you happen to have. We're starting to raid over the Darv the Burb. You gotta raid in a burb if you're playing burb game. It's the law. It's bird law. I'm not an expert in bird law, but I feel like this is a bird law requirement. But no, if this is your first time here, I'm StarkyMorph, Big Chaos on the internet. For I stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST on most days. But no, I've been doing art for 2.5 years, so if you'd like to see that, as well as to get alerted when I go live, see general ramblings, all the good stuff, art they make, art they get commissioned, and yeah, all that's on the blue sky. We got the YouTube, if you'd like to catch up on the VODs there, see what all you've been up to. See the artistic development up until this point. We have a Telegram, if you like, or not Telegram, a Discord if you'd like to pop in there, say hello, sweet beans, see the curse content this previous post. And of course, we have a, what's it called? Coffee sponsorship. If you'd like to pick up some coffee from Dragon Roast Coffee to get 10% off with discount code StarkyMorph. All right, I love you guys to bits. I'm gonna send you all over to Darv. We got to keep the burb train rolling, and I will catch you all tomorrow where we're gonna be doing more art. And then Saturday, I will be on Yoa's Poppin' stream as part of his Rivals of Aether 2 tournament, the Average Andy. Average Andy 5, I believe. So if you'd like to come and cheer me on, feel free. Hopefully, you'll be able to stop by. I love you guys to bits. I will catch you tomorrow for art. Have a wonderful day, and see you then.